Now, Somali militant group Al-Shabaab have claimed responsibility for Thursday's attack on a military base used by Ethiopian troops in central Somalia. The militants claim that to have killed 43 soldiers in the attack on Halgan. Halgan town lies about 300 kilometers north of the capital, Mogadishu. The group says its fighters stormed into the base after ramming a suicide car bomb into the entrance. Residents say they heard a huge explosion at the base and a heavy exchange of gunfire shortly before dawn. The incident is the latest assault on soldiers serving with the African Union's AMISOM force. To get you more on that story, AMISOM forces say that 110 militants were killed in the attack on the base in Halgan. AMISOM also added that the previous claims by Al-Shabaab that 60 AU soldiers had been killed in an attack were false. Al-Shabaab initially said it had killed 43 AU soldiers, but its military operations spokesman later said its fighters had killed 60, while 16 of its own fighters died in the attack on the base in Halgan town, north of Mogadishu. Right, let's get you more on that story. CCTV's Abdulaziz Bilo is standing by, joining us from Mogadishu. Abdulaziz, it's not often that we hear Al-Shabaab attacking Ethiopian troops. This must have, of course, come as a shock to authorities there.
Yes, Mahia, this incident against Ethiopian forces here came as a shock. In all its years of operation here in Somalia, the Al-Shabaab hasn't launched any brazen attack similar to the attacks it has launched against Ugandan, Burundian or Kenyan troops. So this is a unique case, the first time that Al-Shabaab has launched such an attack of this magnitude against the Ethiopian forces who are part of AMISOM. Now, the information that we have so far, so good, from the African Union spokesperson whom we just interviewed a few minutes ago, he told us that 110 Al-Shabaab militants were killed in that dawn raid attack on the African Union base in Halgan. This is some 300 kilometers northwest of Mogadishu. Now, the information from AMISOM is that 110 militants have been killed, but the militant group is trying to say that 43 soldiers from Ethiopia were killed. Now, in the past years, Al-Shabaab has been known to inflate these numbers to favor them, and this has been ignored by AMISOM. AMISOM claims that that attack took place, yes, but such a killing of a number of soldiers was not possible to be done by the Al-Shabaab. So the militant, just in their normal fashion, launched this attack early today in the morning at around 5 a.m. They launched a suicide vehicle, improvised explosive devices first before their forces stormed into the base camp. But AMISOM is saying that they managed to repulse the attack and that they are investigating the incident right now. They are trying to get the casualty figure from both ends, but that's the information we have for now, and we are awaiting AMISOM confirmation yet.
Now, Abdulaziz, tell us more about this town, Halgan, where the Ethiopian soldiers have been operating, and what has been their rate of success against Al-Shabaab there?
Well, Mahia, Halgan is a town in central Somalia. Now, in the central Somali region, we have two different battalions of soldiers. Now we have the Djiboutian soldiers and we have the Ethiopian troops. They are both under that section. Now, over the years, the militant group, they have managed to attack a string of African Union bases, mainly the Kenyan one and the Ugandan and the Burundian, and they also attacked a Djibouti post sometimes in 2014. But this is the first time that the Al-Shabaab has actually had the power to and the might to indeed attack an Ethiopian base. Now, the Ethiopian forces, they make up almost 4,000 of the African Union troop here in Somalia. They are stationed in different areas. Now, there are some in central Somalia, others in the Bakol region, others in the Gedo region. Now, all these three regions are neighboring borders with Ethiopia. Now, these African Union forces, mainly from Ethiopia, have managed to repel the Al-Shabaab attacks compared to other African Union forces. Their rate has been so good. They enjoy some aerial capabilities. They have helicopters that they use to attack Al-Shabaab controlled areas. And these are some of the contributing factors that can be said has made the Al-Shabaab not attack the Ethiopian forces all over the years, or even launch attacks in Ethiopia itself. Mahia.
Abdulaziz, thank you very much for speaking to us on Africa Live. That was CCTV's Abdulaziz Bilo joining us from the Somali capital, Mogadishu.